Okay, Mr. Walid, can we start? Hello, Mr. Walid.
Hello, can you hear
Hello.
me?
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, at any time.
Okay, ready? Are you ready, Mr. Walid? Can you hear my voice, Mr. Walid?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you.
Okay, so can we start right now?
Yes, of course. I'm ready.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good
Alaikum assalam
afternoon,
wa rahmatullahi wa
everybody. Good morning, Mr. Walid. So,
barakatuh.
guys, we have a different time zone. So, right now is almost evenings in Indonesia, still early morning in UK. For the EO team, please control the mute, unmute, please. Wirda, can you help me to
Yes,
control
miss.
reference? Okay. Okay. So today, we have a great speaker. So first of all, I want to say thank you very much for Mr. Walid. Sorry that we disturbed your early
No, no,
morning time.
no, never say that. You are welcome at any time. Thank you. Never.
Yeah, so thank you very much. You want to share your time to share knowledge. Maybe we will talk about your experience and much information from you. And I think it's a very rarely opportunity for us to have international speaker. So guys,
Thank you.
before we start question, I will introduce first our great speaker today. So his name is Mr. Walid Sadek. Can you say hello to him, guys? Say hello to Mr. Walid, please.
Hello, Mr.
Hello,
Wal.
Mr.
Hello,
Walid.
Mr.
Hello, Mr.
Wali.
Hello,
Wali.
Hello,
Mr.
Mister.
Hello, Mister.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon. I hope everything is well.
Okay, thank you. So he is a senior economist and development policy advisor, Cabinet Office, United Kingdom, and also he is co-chair of the Sustainable Development Commission of United Nations. So for some of you who do not know yet about what is United Nations, you can ask directly to him. So sorry, Mr. Walid, I think not all young participant here do understand what is United Nations. So maybe you can also do a socialization to young generation in
It is
Indonesia.
not a
What is
problem.
it about? Okay, so to make it short, yeah, I will give the screen to Mr. Walid, but guys, I remind you, don't interrupt the speaker until the speaker or the moderator let you to open your mic. Okay, so just be nice and enjoy the discussion. Okay, Mr. Walid, time is yours, please.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, my dear sister, for this kind opportunity. And I would like to say I appreciate your effort and your time to organize this new powerful youth society organization. And I wish you always all the best. And it was a great pleasure to meet you during the Global Youth Forum with my great Indonesian friends there. Also, I would like to welcome everybody here in the room. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everything today will goes fine with you and will goes fine in our talks here. We will talk today about the entrepreneurship, about the challenge and the opportunities. The idea is from the beginning, I don't like you to can take it difficult. Make everything as easy as much as you can because it's a really easy thing. It is not like the word of entrepreneurship. The word of entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur, it is very old. It's starting from 1800th century and 18th century, 19th century, I think by French economist called Jean Baptiste. And this guy, he is economist, and he said, they are small business, they create, they are small business, supporting a small business, we can support the great economy or the nation economy at all. I prepared a small presentation, or as much as I can collect all of information you need it at the moment in this stage. And then this presentation, it will be with Ms. Terry, and you are free, by the way, to can use it whenever you like. Just a second, let me start. Go. So everybody, can you see my screen? Can you confirm it, Terry, please?
Yes, I see, Mr.
So you can see the full screen of the presentation. Okay, it's nice. Today, as we agreed, we will talk about the entrepreneurship development and entrepreneurship development opportunities and that challenge. I would like to make it full screen as much as I can. There we go. So today, we will talk about what you should to know before you getting started. Of course, you have your idea, you have your own project, you have your own way of thinking, how to create your own business. So there is some information that you need to put in your consideration before you send. And then we talk about also what is and then we will talk about what is the entrepreneurship, the types of markets, defining the entrepreneurship and innovation, identify your market, and the creative process. The most important thing in all of that, what we are talking about is the creative process, how to innovate and to promote and market your ideas. Entrepreneurship as a definition, as we said, as a concept, has been around for a long time. That time is already since 18th century or early of 19th century. Can't remember, but this is by French entrepreneur, economist, Mr. Jean Baptiste, and the guy who started this word of entrepreneurship in the beginning. So if we put the definition for that entrepreneurship, that you have to make money, make wealth. Entrepreneurship is a dynamic process of creating instrumental wealth. That wealth created by individuals who assume the major risks in terms of equity, career commitment, of providing value of some products or services. A little example for us is this Zoom, for example. Zoom, it is just an entrepreneur idea. That guy who take in his consideration people now because of the COVID, we moved to online meeting, which is facilitate everything. Then he started to create the Zoom, or he had the Zoom before, and of course updated. If you start Zoom, for example, in 2020, different than the Zoom now. This is example or a clear example for all of us to show for us how we can start the idea from scratch and then we build it. This is needs what we talk about creativity, which is the ability to bring something new into existence. But the innovation is a process of doing things new. Therefore, the innovation is the transformation of creative ideas into useful application that we called him also entrepreneurship and innovation. Hello. When we move forward further format, so what's before, as we mentioned, what you have to know before you getting started. In order at that moment, the most important thing that you have to study how to market your product or service. Here in entrepreneurship, you can use it in two terms. Product, maybe you produce product, or you would like to produce or manufacture product, or you can provide service. Even this service or a product need a market, then your challenge is how to market your idea. And it's important that you tailor your marketing and sales effort to specially reach to segment of population that will most likely buy your product or services. But if you have, for example, something for kids, like a toy, like a program for the kids, it's completely different. Then you target the market of the kids through the parents. If you would like to have something for young people, a product for young people, like t-shirt, like new apps, like any stuff, so like you can make it, clothes, food, whatever you can like, you can make it, and you target this type of this market, this young people. And this is critical sometimes to in the first to determine which one you can identify, define this segment of age, for example, targeting this age people, like for example in aged people, young people, adult people, it depends about the breakfast, about the product and thing. For example, now we have a breakfast time here in UK. There is a small app called a breakfast, you know, just you can click it and you can in the morning, you can find everything, even you can collect this eggs, sandwich, whatever you like, coffee, and then you collect it from McDonald's breakfast, for example, and it will deliver to you. McDonald's, yes, is a big chain, but also young people, they started to can do the same business with different product with tasty, especially in local communities. So you can make, for example, anything traditional in Indonesia around your area where you live at first, and then you can expand as much as success you will achieve. This is means you have to energize, and the fund then can be spent more efficiency. That means you have to keep looking for your wallet or your money, how you can spend here, what we can spend, how we can spend it, and then what's profit in the future we will gain. But success here in this stage depends on your being able to meet the customer needs and desires, because you have to make sure that your product already have customers, and already this product already competitive and in reasonable price to let me as a one from your customer to come buy. So you must know who your customer are, what they want, where they live, and what they can afford. This is as an example I gave it to you from a couple of minutes ago. But targeting your market is simply defining who your primary customer will be. The market, and the market should be measurable, significant, large, and reachable. For everything, you must be reached easily. It is not must be that must be. It's that over you can walk. No, you can start, for example, by your bike. You can start after that by pickup, and that customer, he can reach to you to your shop or your place easily as well. But the market here, the type of market here, then you have to know together. We will know together now what is the type of the market. For market simply, the word of market, it's any group of actual or potential buyer of your product. There are in all over the world, you know, on all thing you will hear about only three major type of markets. Number one, the consumer market, and this it's individuals and the household who buy goods for their own use or benefit, are part of the consumer market. Drug and grocery items are the most common type consumer products. By the way, drug here, it's the word not for the other drug, it's a word for medicine, a word for medicine. Okay, in English, sometimes we use the drug better than the medicine itself. So if I am sick, I need paracetamol, or I need anything like Lemsip or any medication, and the grocery as well. But this is item most commonly type of consumer products. That means we used to also consume every day a type from it. At least if I'm not sick, then the grocery itself. Because of that, we call them a consumer market. Individual market. This is a group or organization that purchase your product or service for direct use in producing other products of or for use in their day-to-day operations. That means, for example, if Can give you example here, like our clothes, our shirt, for example. That means before it's became a shirt, it's just a cloth, just a big cloth, and then that entrepreneur, he take that clothes, or he bought this clothes from that supplier, and he used this clothes to produce your shirt, or leather, for example, for mobile covers, plastic for cups, or for boxes, wherever we can he can use it, and remanufacturing to something else. And reseller, last one is a reseller market, which middlemen or intermediaries such as wholesaler and the retailer who buy finished goods and resell them to the final client or the final customer. That means, and them for a resell them for a profit as well. That means after you finish your product, then a person like a wholesaler or someone who can help you in marketing, and they can buy a quantity from that market, so quantity from that products, and sell it someone to some society or other places and promote them. That means you will gain more profit for him and for yourself as well. From the beginning, we know now the type of markets, we knew already the entrepreneurship, and then how to identify our market. Here, if you have any idea, you have a customer, and then you have to select your product or service for whom already can be so to can sell it, to identify. This is means how to can identify the market. So there are also 3 steps to follow when you identify your market. Number 1, identify why a customer would want to buy your product or service. The segment your overall market, and the research your market. This is 3 things basic. You can put it in your mind when you when you would like to identify the market itself. That's the first step here, how to can encourage our customer who's the one who can buy this product or that service. For the first step to identify the target market is understanding what your product service have to offer to a group of people or business. Like, for example, this product here as a Zoom, let us take it as an example. This is a product, we use it to can communicate with each other. For that company or that guy who created that idea, he put in him in mind that a lot of business closed, a lot of business maybe need to talk together, but because of the work or lockdown, everybody stuck, then there is a way of communication. And that product also, a lot of students, they need to have them lectures via Zoom. So a lot, he target the business and he target the people in different segmentation here. Our segment, our meeting this now, it is not a business as much as it's a type of a conference or a workshop together. So as a product, we need a product. You are in Indonesia, I am in here in UK, and then we organize everything together via Zoom. And plus he identified that product and this service. So I need this service or that product, and also you will need it to can easy to communicate together. The feature and the characters of the product that automatically comes with it. That means that what do you call it? This Zoom, how it comes, and also how it's being. You can see here in the icon, like remote control, like anonymate, pause and share. How I can share my screen with you. How many participants with us, the mute and the camera and the stuff selector. But this is what we call it, the feature of that thing. Another example here, if you produce, for example, a toothpaste, and has a stain removing formula, that is a feature to removing that stain removing formula. That benefit to that customer. However, it's white teeth, for example, while feature are valuable and they can certainly enhance your product, benefit motivated people to buy. If I have a toothpaste, so we have to keep my gum, for example, healthy, can whiten my teeth, and the plus it's a stain removing. it will be advantage for your that product to come easily to can reach to the customer. Other one from the other steps, it's how your overall market. It's natural in instance to can want to target as many people and the groups as possible. The market is open for you. The idea is sometimes some entrepreneur, they look just for their own community, their own area. But the idea, the fact is that product is success in your area. That means he can success in anywhere else. You know, McDonald's starting is just a small shop with two brothers producing burger. That's it. It's a small shop, a little small shop. And from a small shop, they increased to a big shop, and then they started taking the corner shops in them in Tennessee, and then and Jersey, and then from state another state to other state, and then became McDonald's Incorporation, and then became a world chain or very famous burger restaurant or very famous burger sandwich all over the world, as you can see everywhere in the world now, with the same quality, of course, as the same feature, everything. That means your market is open, even can cover all the world. However, by doing this, your promotional strategy, of course, will take specifically to any one group, and you will most likely turn many potential customer off. That means sometimes go to vegetarian, sometimes go to, if that McDonald's, then you can provide, like in some countries, McDonald's provide vegetarian meat or vegetarian food. But this is promotional, but also will affect your promotional budget, because you have to study as well the consumer behavior as well, which is changing from time to time. And this is allow you to create highly focused campaign. When you do this campaign, campaign, that will directly affect your product specifically, and especially when you target the desire of a specific group or segmentation, market segmentation. The overall market, larger markets are mostly typically divided into small target market. That means if you start, for example, by your street, and then your area, then your municipality, and then after that your state, your government, and then you can reach it to the whole Indonesia by a small product. But you have to divide it as closely demographically, and each area you have to study geographically and demographically. Geographically means geographic, which is your area, your state, your governorate, or up to that area you would like to cover for your product. And demographically, that means the age range between which is the majority, youth here or young people here or old people there. It depends about the area, and of course is a behaviorist characteristics for every person. As we mentioned, the national marketplace segment, that means if you are selling your product such as a firm or farm equipment, geographical location will remain major factor in segmenting your target market, since your customer are located in particular rural area. But that if you produce anything regarding for farming, for example, that means you have to go to the rural area, farming area, because this the market for your product. Or if you want a retail store, geographic location of the store is one of the most important consideration. If you would like to have to that store, that means should be near, for example, from metro station, or near from bus station, or easily to commute to your shop to come buy that product locally. Customers are identified by criteria, as we said, that like age, race, religion, gender, income level, family size, occupation, education level, and the material marital status. Choose those characteristics of your demographic target. If you have, for example, a product for us, for me as an adult, I'm 47, So it is completely different than the product for you, because of the type of the age. For example, if we use my tile here for this color, for example, it looks fine for that 47. If you are a young man or a young lady, sorry, a young man, she would like he would like to have a tie completely, it will be different color because of the age, but both of them it's just thing race. Of course, I am a male, we have a ladies here. The product for men are related. Religions is something like, for example, as we do hajj, we have this product. During that time, past, for example, last month, our brother, the Christians, celebrate with Christmas, completely different product, and we celebrate all together. Gender as a man or a male, the income level, the family size, occupation, the work, education, all of this you have to put it in your mind when you target the people, and this is the character of your market. And to relate it, this is to relate the interest. Need to be also the ability of the customer to purchase your product or service. Because if it's just expensive, simply we can't buy it. But if it's a reasonable price, then so we can buy it, and we can also consume it from time to time and rebuy it again. Example for that, a target market of real estate, for example, developers selling luxury vacation homes near Walt Disney. The wallet would be include a professional married professional married couples, approximately 30 to 45 years old, with young children and with income of more than $100,000. It is a type here we can do it, but for example, if like you use in Bali, for example, this is touristic and a very attractive area all over the world. That means while you are, I would like to spend my vacation or my holiday in Bali, for example, then the people there working in tourism industry or they target me here in UK as a state to can have two options. Even I can go to the hotel, or I can rent a flat or touristic flat and the luxury place to can spend a holiday there in Bali. But it's the same here. Everywhere you can make. Even you as a young man, you can go for selling a holiday packages in Bali by, for example, creating an app, collect all of as much as you can from apartment or hotel, and then you can say what in Bali I have got this offer with a special prices. This can give you sometimes, for example, you can call the people there in Bali or in any place in Indonesia, touristic place, and you can get a special price only for you. And then you start to market it through the internet, for example, and through everything. I can just give me a few minutes. I think my door is ringing and my wife is not here. Can you allow me, please, something like that?
Yes, please. We love you.
Sorry for that, because it's the first time waiting.
Okay, so guys, while waiting the speaker, again, I remind you to control your speaker. Please mute your mic, okay, and prepare your question. So after the presentation, I will give you opportunity as usual. I'll give opportunity for some students to open your mic to deliver the questions. You may deliver your questions, or maybe you want to give any comment, or you want to respond anything related to the material. So just feel free to speak up, okay? So right now you still have a couple minutes to prepare any question that you want to ask to the speaker. So the topic today is about entrepreneurship. So why entrepreneurship is very important for young generation? Because most of you are still young, and we call you as a young generation. Why today, especially during COVID or during pandemic, it's very important for young generation to build their entrepreneurship. Why you should do that, and what are the advantages? So maybe that kind of stimulated question that you may ask the speaker. Okay, Mr. Walid,
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
I'm sorry. I do.
Yes, it's okay.
I do apologize. Sorry for that.
It's okay. Just continue.
Okay, just I return back to the slides. Don't know here. We have been in that example, yeah. Yeah. فas mentioned, sorry, because when you are alone, oops. Okay. Once again, I'm sorry for that. I do apologize. As a target market here, as I mentioned in this in particular one, so you are a young people now. You can everybody has a smartphone. Some people they can start their own business by then now. For example, if you go to any touristic attraction place in Indonesia, and we start to talk with the guy, with the owner. Okay, can you give us a special price for us? That's a special price. That means you can market, and you can market over the internet. You do your own bank account. For me as a customer or a potential customer, I don't know that that guy or that hotel. That's I can I know the sorry the hotel. I know the place, and then I know only the application. And can you put this in application, or you can use your page on Facebook, or now this fashionable thing is this Instagram, and then you can start to sell your product in something like that, in marketing a holiday for us, for example, for people here in the UK or anywhere of the world, of course. Plus, this is not only this thingy, no, it's also any product you can put it, you can start marketing by way or another. Here, you have to study the attitude for people, beliefs, and emotion of their target market. Of course, it depends about the place. Attitude for people, for example, they will go to holiday now, or now it's very cold. So they would like in Europe, but they would like to prefer to desire sunny places. Also, they don't like now because of the COVID. We need reasonable prices because most of us affected in our income. This means you need to think in different ways how to encourage me as a customer to can take a decision for purchasing your product. A seller of luxury item would be appeal an individual desire, because for example, if I need a car, I have my own car, but I will not buy, for example, a Rolls Royce for at the moment. At the moment, especially even for me, I'm not the one who can be targeting for to buy a Rolls Royce, rather than I can buy economical car for me, or you economical car for you as young people. It's completely different than the type of car I will do it. I will buy the suit as well. The color, the suit, the design for me as an adult man for 47, it will completely different than design than you as a young man or a young lady. The same here in everything. The desires of the customer, they are different, and you are just create everything how to can study this one that thing. That will lead you that the product and the service are purchased for a variety of reasons. Business owners must determine what those reasons are, such as a brand, loyalty, cost, how frequently, and what time of a year customers in segment and consume product. Give you example, everybody drink a coffee. You know Costa, for example. Costa start a little cafe here in Paradise Street in London. Just a small cafe. But that guy, when he start his own business, he doesn't only just he would like to provide us with a coffee or the customer for the coffee. Just no. It is just a part, and especially here is difficult in UK, because here them tradition to drink tea, or they prefer tea more than coffee. What happened is that guy is starting with small coffee, espresso thing, Americano things, of course, from out thingy, but he started by his own beans, how he roasted that beans, and he attracted the people from the beginning by the smell of bean of the coffee. If you enter to Paradise Street here in London, so this is the first one starting Costa, and he start to attracting people the smells, and then he start to serve all of this type of like Moccato, like Cortado, like Americano, or whatever, flat white, whatever type of coffee we need it, especially in the morning. But this now is completely determined different reason. But for example, even the coffee for me, I always drink a strong double espresso in the Cortado one, which is double espresso. Yours, it will be mocha, latte, stuffs like that. This is segment different than yours. Also, the cost nearly one from here and there. Because of that, even he create this loyalty. So you can't have this card from Costa, and they will earn a free drink later on because you are regular one. This is a type of how to market your product and keep your customer comes to you and segment and increase the segment. This is important as well. That means that it's important to understand and the buying habit and pattern of your customer. The customer and the second and first car, for example, to buy the first car, is will not rush to come buy the cars in the beginning until if you sit here and ask here if you have a car or your dad have a car. For this is what under that we call all of this the behaviorist. For studying the behavior of the customer, behavior to whose customer the behaviors will help you and allow you directly to reach your targeting customer. That create us to the creative process, which is the important thing. If we go back from here and we start again as up from behavior, that means the creative process. The creative process is from the idea germination and then preparation, incubation, eliminations, and verification of your idea. So you need this idea. It is that easy process from starting from your idea. Then you have to prepare for that idea. Then you go to how to manufacture this incubation and then eliminate that idea to can let everything attractive and then verify this idea become verified. You as an entrepreneur need idea to pursue it, and the idea must be materialized accidentally. And ideas usually, by the way, you can talk, you are in the university or you are in watching TV or using your WhatsApp or something can cross in your mind. I encourage you, if something crossing your mind, just write it down before you forget it. When you something in idea, especially for business, something like that, it's because those people who starting all of this, what we can see it in Facebook or Instagram, all of these apps, you can find advertising there. They are, by the way, all of you like you, still young, mostly. Nobody like me, for example, because for you, it's easy to can use the technology to come, and your imagination is more than even my generation. Our generation, yes, we can cope with you, but we can't create like you that atmosphere to can create a business over the internet, for example. But you can do it as a young people. And I encourage you, by the way, because this is small things, and especially in Indonesia, you have a very fantastic product there. They need also just to can create it and promote it all over the world or in Indonesia itself and all over the world. You deserve it that. But this will comes by you because you as a young people and they're starting to do entrepreneur, so you can start it idea like this. This is what we call it a creative process. Creative process, it is not just this 5 steps we are talking about. No, as well, it is maybe this is the main line or the headline, but the idea is it is not only that thing, but it's open your mind and you can create more. Don't just focus on this thing 5 steps. No, also you can add yours way of thinking. You add you can make everything by your own self, and you starting to germinate. And the marketing is still in the beginning, it's hard, of course it's hard, nothing easy, but at least when you're willing to start, it will develop and nurture your idea, and then as well it will be successful for you and for everybody else. eliminate elements, the elements in the innovation process: analytical planning, organizing resources, implementation, and commercial application. That's it. Don't put in your mind that analytical you have a planning and it's a very hard job. It is not nothing like all what we are talking about now. It is like from the product itself, from the market, from the customers, how you target this is what we call it analytical planning. And then you have your own resources, so you have to organize this part of money, or this I will use it for producing, or I will using to can take it by credit until I will sell the product. Implementation, that means you go for that customer, buy this final product in the mugs, envelopes, mobiles, mobile grabs, you know, anything cover. This is can help you. And then also this, put it all this in commercial application. That commercial application might be application here over the internet. It might be flyer. It depends how you can make it for the people. If you go to a rural area, for example, most of the people there, they have the mobiles, but it is not like you, for example, you can use it as a smartphone. They can not reach you easily. So you can go by yourself if in a rural area. In the cities or big cities, so it's easy to can create this mobile app and everybody can reach it to you. For example, another thing, it's another guy here in UK, for example, and this guy, he created because of that COVID happened. It's Just Eat application. Just Eat. Just Eat. It is just that guy. He went to all restaurant takeaways around his area in the beginning, and this area asked them for a special price, and he will buy this thing, and he will take 10% from each order. The people, they said, okay, fine. If you work, go with yourself. This is 2 years ago, 3 years ago, sorry. What happened is he's starting, because if I come back from work, I need some food. If I go Just Eat, for then I can select through my mobile the menu I have. If I would like something roasted, I'd like something English food, I'd like Indonesian food, I'd like Thai food, whatever, everything in that application, and I set the order. When you receive it, the guy here is, but this is for around the restaurant around me, but this application you can use it anywhere. He put it because I have to put my location here, for example, for all the restaurant around me in 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, it's your meal, it will arrive. Then you select pay online, and then after 45 minutes, your food will arrive. I just got that guy is just 27 years old. If you see in the beginning how he struggled to promoting, now this Just Eat is the app #1 in Egypt, sorry, in United Kingdom, to can find your delivery easy and order food easy, and it's called Just Eat because it's Just Eat with variety. It just exhaust him in the beginning to can discover all the restaurant and takeaways around the area and the services around there to provide it for the customer. And now this guy, he became a multi-billionaire just because of 10% here, 10% here, 10% here, 10% here. That's it. For you as entrepreneur, that's what I meant to give you this example before this slide, because as an entrepreneur, you affect and get affected from individual, #1. You can see it, individual, which is personal desire, motivation, and differences. Also civic structure, like state, non-state actor, civil society, and you as well in the world, in the social world, like culture, education, history, trajectory, development, which is mean development, or registration of negotiation, idea, and the solution, and maturity, which is awarenesses, presence, access, technical support, and technical support. For you as entrepreneur, you affect and get affected because of from the society or the where do you live, the people surrounded you, and everything. It's just starting slowly, and then you can go. Yes, it is need time, need to collect information, but you know everything around you. Then just organize everything together, and then you will affect in the society as much as you can. So the creative side of the entrepreneurship is how to generate everything, fire your ideas. Fire your ideas, it's like a fashion. What can happen now, it couldn't affect for tomorrow. As a fashion, for example, our model of clothes now, it is not our model of clothes, for example, 20 or even 5 years ago. Facilities need you to the technique of improving the creative process. This is your own thing and your own creativity. That mobile, for example, iPhone or Samsung, the touchable thing, touch screen mobile, it's already just a small idea in America, and then happen in Apple. And then Steve Jobs start to develop from one to one until from iPod, and then we reach now we communicate with each other with our mobile. If you talk about this idea for in my generation, for example, in 2000, I would say this is are you out of your mind or something? But this is a dream, and this is the difference created, and this is the technology we use it, and this is the wallet we can use. We are living it, and we have to believe. Also, I do believe it by myself that only youth can make the difference, and you can make the difference, and you can make the change and by your own creative side. This has been said. Thank you very much for everything, and your questions, of course, are welcome. Hello?
Yep.
Finished
Okay.
now.
Already done all, Mr. Walid?
Yep.
Okay, so thank you very much for your presentation, Mr. Walid. Okay, so as I said before, guys, so before we go to the discussion, I'll give some participants to share anything. Maybe you want to respond or you want to give any comment. Is it okay, Mr. Walid?
Yeah, Conte, but I don't know how to back the screen. I don't know if you see me or not.
Just stop your
Yeah,
screen.
I stop it.
It's okay. It's okay anyway.
I can see you only, but I can see. Yeah, I can see now everything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I give opportunity to some participant. Keisa, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good
Okay,
afternoon,
please.
Miss Lisa.
So, hi, Dr. Waleed, and I wanted, what do I say? So, probably you don't remember me, but I'm a former participant at Utah Global Forum in Amsterdam, 2019, and that time, yeah,
Welcome. Thank you.
that time I was a participant in a U-Time Global Forum in Amsterdam in 2019, and will alongside with Mr. Atif Shafiq, and also I forgot who is
Jamie
it, but
Gani.
yeah, but it's a lot of
Jamie, yeah, Ardo.
yeah, but there's a lot of
Yeah, Dr.
participants
Vladimir
at
Boot,
the
Vladimir.
conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of the participants from Indonesia, and one of my friends, Karina from Philippines, say hi to you. She cannot join with us. By the way, thank you so much for your sharing session and public lecture with us. We really appreciate it. And
Pleasure.
one thing that I really remember always your presentations in your speech to
Thank you.
us to participate in your global forum is how actually yourself is to courage and everybody else in your life, and that's
Thank you.
what I being representing to my life right now. And thank you also, Dr. Walid, for changing my perspective about sustainable
Thank you.
development goal that time you are presenting to everyone. And that time I remember that you also teach us to participate to being commitment with what you have and what you've been through, and then think twice, and then also think big and think globally, because every act and every single act that you have done can be impact to another, and being impact to society and globally. And once again, thank you. And
Pleasure. Thank you.
your
Thank you very
presentation,
much.
welcome to your presentations today makes us realize that entrepreneurship, it's also important to us, also important to the young people and the young generations, especially when you said there's a lot of market that we can try around the world. To everyone else, we can start from the bottom, from the little to the big one. And sometimes we cannot realize how big opportunity us in the future in ahead. But people like us, like young generation right now, realize that it wasn't easy to prepare, to prepare ourselves, to motivate ourselves to becoming a better version of us. But this presentation makes me realize that you are presenting the most public lecture that I like, because you're encouraging us to do more and to participate more, to think globally. That was I say in the first one, is think globally and act. Small act can change everybody perspective and world. And that's it from me. Thank you once again, Dr.
Pleasure.
Worley, and thank you so much for joining us today. And this
Pleasure.
is
It's a great honor, Cassie. A great
yeah,
honor.
thank
And nice to
you.
meet you again. Thank you. Great
Nice
honor.
to see you again,
Pleasure.
because it's
Pleasure.
already been a long
Long
time since
time. Yeah.
our
It's a
last
COVID.
year.
Yeah.
We miss
Sorry.
They
you,
actually
Mr. Walid. We miss you so much.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you.
Because we don't have any youth time forum again since 2021, and the last youth time in Qatar has been canceled. So the last time I remember that we say goodbye in the Casa Hotel, like saying goodbye, and then we never met again. And also one of my
We
friends
will
never.
meet. You have to keep the hope. It's not a problem. Look,
Yeah,
I believe in something. All what happened in all over the world, I kept positive.
sure,
Why?
sure.
Because we have to. This is the situation. We have to keep positive and we have to deal with it. Yes, we couldn't go to the youth time this year because of the COVID as well. Nothing else. But the idea, at least you and the Trey make this meeting to other with Zoom. And by the way, for youth, I'm always, because I started like you, honestly. If I with youth, always I accept any invitation as much as I can according to my schedule. I have no problem with that at any time, of course. The idea, we have to remain positive. This is the most important thing. And thank you very much for kind
means
words.
we can invite you again for the next webinar series.
Welcome, welcome at any time. Welcome. You're welcome, of course. Thank you.
Once again, thank you, Dr. Walid, for your
Pleasure.
participating here. We're so pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much.
Pleasure all
That's it
mine.
for
Thank
me.
you. Thank you. I appreciate your kind word. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Keisha. Okay, so Mr. Wali, do you know that she is my student actually in a private university in Indonesia? So you know that the event impact directly, right? So you know how she really excited to join this event because she saw your picture on the flyer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we move to others. So guys, anyone want to ask a question to Mr. Walid, please? Mr. Martinus, please open your mic and open your camera. Can you?
Okay, thank you very much.
Can you open your camera? Okay, Mr. Martinez. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for Mr. Wallet for your speech this afternoon. I have a question about we know in entrepreneurship, we will meet with the competitors. How do we deal with each other?
As I mentioned, of course, it's an open market, so you'll find a competitor here and there. The most important thing is the creative process. For example, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm talking about the creative process, Mr. Martinez. For example, if you produce, for example, T-shirt or this pen, or now because the model, sorry to make it the face mask. Everybody need now the face mask. You can produce face mask. I can produce face mask. But the idea it is number one, the target. So for example, as I can see, I have a lot of ladies here. So I can, instead of that color, for example, I can make it pink. So I will compete you, and then I will take a segment from you. It's okay, Walid, you played nicely. You make it pink. For Mr. Martinez can make it, for example, I'm just this idea crossing my mind now. You can produce a new face mask pink, and you can make like a Barbie here, for example, you know, all of this thing, or Indonesian flag, or anything. For the idea it is you have to focus on your creative process. For creative process means that you innovate and reach to new idea to can compete with the other people. That's it. Also, the way of to have to keep and modernize and fire your product, this thing will keep you compete all over the world. You get me, Mr. Martin?
Do you get the explanation, Mr. Martin? You get it, right?
Yes, I get it. Thank you.
Yes, okay.
Please.
Thank you. So his business is in tourism section, Mr. Walid.
Mr. Martins?
Martinus, yes.
In tourism, then you have to compete with the prices.
Yes, sir. I live
in Bali.
Not Bali.
Oh.
No, I live in Labuan Bajo, sir.
You know Labuan Bajo?
Labuan Bajo. That's very famous with the Komodo dragon and the pink beach of beach and the Padar Island also.
Yeah.
If you do not know, it means you must visit.
I must come. Yeah, I have to visit. Yeah, but you know, Mr. Martins, you can make two things here. Number one, ask for your supplier to can give you a special price, and you can promote with a special application you can create it by even by your own self. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
To target new customer or potential customer for you, especially now. Number one, you have to put in your mind this all of this restriction for traveling, negative PCR and the stuff like that. How to can easy provide it from outing there from your area to here, for example, and you can attract some people like us, for example, from UK or Europe, because everybody would like to go to Indonesia, especially in this tough time, to can relax, have a nice time there, you know, and they can go. So you can target this thing by two things. Number one, adult people or young people as well, because you can go for youth hostel, for example, for young people. The young man like you and me, we don't need a luxury hotel. You need just a place to can lay and just sleep over the night, and all the day you can provide here, for example, this shop can provide you with a meal, this shop can provide you with breakfast, this can make this and this and make that according to the people. Just to collect information as much as you can from the market there, and you can just organize it in your app or website, and then go ahead, and I wish you all the best of luck in something like that, because now I'm sure people, once it's will open, everybody would like to go to travel.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walid, for your answer. Okay, anyone? Other participant, please. Nahdah, can you open your mic? Nahdah Tahira, can you open your mic, dear?
Sorry, Miss, I can't.
Okay, just can you can open your mic? Okay, I just read your question. So there is Nahdah, yeah, Mr. Walid. So she asked about why is entrepreneurship development arguably important for young people? Yeah, I think okay, we do understand that you have explained in detail, but as I said before, they are still young, and
no problem, no worries, no problem.
They do not know clearly why they should be an entrepreneur. What's going on? What's the issue? Please.
Okay, if you go for the government, you know, you have that only salary. If you work for a company, you will only salary, which is $1,000, $2,000, it depends, right? But as entrepreneur, you will have this $1,000 a month, and you can make a profit for $2,000. They can build a wealth. Those people, rich people around all over the world. Bill Gates, for example, he started his Microsoft company, right or wrong? And now he's a billionaire. He's one from the richest person on earth, right or wrong? This is a way of entrepreneur. If you would like, so you have to accept the challenge and invest the opportunity and go ahead. Some people even they builder, you know, they build in the special things. They can be a millionaire, or they can be something something like that. And everybody knows Bill Gates, for example, Steve Jobs as an entrepreneur, but nobody will know the staff or the manager or the minister of communication in United States of America, right or wrong? But this is the idea. Be entrepreneur. That means make you focus on you. You will be famous, and you will gain money as well, and you make wealth. That's it. And the change in your society. Plenty things you can do it. I'm clear?
Yep. Okay. Thank you. I think she gets the point. Okay. Next, Dinda, can you open your mic? Dinda Izati. Wait a minute. Anyone want to ask who this one? Dinda or who? Wait a minute. Who raised hand? Open your mic, please. Wait a minute.
No problem.
Okay, I go to Dinda question first. Mr. Walid on the chat box.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, in the chat, I'm just opening it with you now. Yeah.
With the swift current of globalizations on the one hand, what benefit should be taken by the younger generation, please?
The swift globalization, you can take it, by the way, but you create it, not us. Because every day you are coming for mainly that thing of making this idea. Yeah, and if example, if I make idea for myself, tomorrow one like you can create another idea to can this to can change even my idea. But this you as a young person, as I mentioned, you need this to focus about the creativity about anything. The creativity is the main thing you can make it. I don't know why I disappeared, but
wait a minute.
And I found everything changing here.
Okay, you share your screen, Mr. Walid.
I'm sorry for that, but I don't know how to make it this appear for me. Yeah, and this is what thing it changed 2 days ago, because I used in Zoom, and now the picture moving from here to there.
Oh, I see. It's okay, no problem. Okay, let's go to other. Anessa Olivia. Can you open your mic, dear? Anessa Olivia?
Yes, I can, but I cannot open my camera.
Okay, I'm so sorry for that, Mr. Walid. Maybe some of
No
them
problem,
are still lying on the bed or on the road.
No.
There's something trouble with my camera, so I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's okay, please.
Okay, the question, maybe the competitiveness is currently getting higher right now, and it's very difficult to be able to start a business, especially for young people or young generations, to develop ideas or build the ideas and target markets for accordance with society. So how to develop the ideas to build the business for young people that we don't know before about what is entrepreneurship before. So how to young people or young generation to build the ideas for business.
It's number one. I got your idea, but I got your thing. Of course, the competitiveness, it's very hard, and this, but it's not only in entrepreneur, everywhere in the world, by the way, in any type of business, any type of work. Because, for example, Apple and Samsung, both of them, they are competing each other to attract marketing, right or wrong? To attract, sorry, customer or a new customer, new client, and even they know how to make to change I use iPhone by example. If I'm not using Samsung, for even Samsung, you can target me how to can change my behavior to can use my own to leave my own Apple and go to Samsung. You have to make something important. It's, as I said, it is a fashionable thing. If you, for example, you are a lady, you can produce something for ladies, then you target ladies, and then you have to develop this develop your product. When you use a creative process, as I mentioned, why I mentioned creative process, because now you can change the fashion from that what happened last year, for example, like in terms of color, in terms of design, to new thing for the ladies in next year, for example. This need for you to come to discuss, keep updating yourself, reading about that project, how to develop that project. These things make you compete the other products or the other entrepreneur in the market with you. I don't like you to can make you means not only you, miss, but all of you don't like to feel it that it is really complicated and really hard. It's need hard work, but it's not as hard in the process. Hard work means the collective of the information, the desire of people. You can you can do it in the university, by the way, what you like. Even by look, you can see, for example, the boys, they would like white colors, for example. Ladies, they'd like white colors with these fashionable things. But then you put in your mind that if you create a product, then if you target a male, for example, this will be this color like this, like a t-shirt, for example, and the ladies, it will be like this in the tip, of course, a different one. That's it. One like me, I can come to compete you in different design, in different colors. It might be, it depends about how everybody can. Because of that, it's a need update from you from time to time, read about it, create your own brand as well. It is not that difficult, but it's just collecting the information and study the market and the people or the customer or potential customer for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you for answering.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Mr.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Walid. Anyone still?
Can I ask question?
Yeah. Sorry.
You're
What's
welcome.
your name?
Revi, Miss Revi.
Sorry. What's your name?
Revi.
Revi. Okay, please. Okay. Silahkan, Revi.
Sir, good morning. As a
Morning.
young man, in business, how to deal with losses in business, because that's one of the fears in doing business.
This is number one. It's before you reach to the loss time, so you have to control your budget. If you have 1,000 pounds, my friend, that means you have to don't spend all of them, for example, in marketing. So because you will have something for manufacturing. But dealing with loss, it doesn't mean that you will lose. Even if it happens to lose, then you have to restart again. Restart again by means you can have your friends, they can help. You can go take a loan from a bank. Don't reduce your own personal expenses. All of that can help you to start from scratch again, even if it's something wrong happen in the future. All of this can help you to can rebuild again your business. Plus, each single time before it loss it happen, so you can open or target new market, target area, target new area, and this is will keep you hard a bit, but it's loss it happen, it will happen, but put in the loss, for example, something like 15% or 20% maximum from the whole thing. This it will be save loss or secure loss. But if you go for further, then you don't need to lose your business. But if you reach to maximum loss, for example, the 20%, then you have to restudy your product, then to can avoid the big loss in the future.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone, guys? Because it's not every day to have Mr. Wali here, so just try to take this great advantage. Come on, anyone want to ask directly? You can practice your English also with Mr. Walid. Okay, anyone? Guys? No one? Wirda, you want to ask something?
No, miss.
Okay. Okay, Gerezar, you open your mic.
Okay, Miss. Thank you to Mr. Walid. I
you.
want to asking something. What do you respond to if it goes to into business? Some trading, you know,
Seen someone?
Trading.
Trading, yeah.
Yeah. Many people think trading is a business. What do you think about trading?
What trading is it?
Trading here, that means you are in the second market. We can make we talk about it here. So you are here as a mediator. So I can buy the product from Miss Terry, for example, to can sell it to Miss Cassie. But this is my own thing. Okay, I have to have a cheaper price from Miss Terry, and then have to increase the price with reasonable price to sell it to Miss Cassia. Then you can here make a trade. You know what I mean? You are here a mediator. As a mediator, then you can play in the market as much as you can. Yes, it's nice. It's nice to can do it, but you can make it easily. You can help Mystery to can sell her or to can reach easily to Miss Cassia and through you. But then you can make a profit.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it clear, Gerezar?
That's clear, Mrs.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Walid, I have questions, and it becomes a big question here in Indonesia. The problem like this. Well, okay, we cannot depend on the government only, right? To solve or to socialize about youth entrepreneurship. So, based on your experience, how can we build this vibe around us? Because, as I said before the webinar, I text to you that the mindset here, we will be proud, and our parents will be proud if we work in governmental officer. So, it it is implemented since maybe kindergarten or primary school. So teachers already implemented that mindset, not being entrepreneurship, except they who study in international school. For international or Chinese school, most of them teach about entrepreneurship, but in governmental school, not so. So
Nothing.
how can, please?
It's all look, I'm from Egypt, as you know, but we have the same mindset. It's better to can go to work for the government better than to can start your own business or go to the private sector. Even if you will go to the private sector, you have to go as a staff, as an employer, not employee, not even a owner. Don't dream for something like that. It's based on in two things. Number one, education in primary school and up to secondary school, to can put in the mind of the student the benefits of how to be entrepreneur and the new generation how to be entrepreneur. And in parallel with that, we have to make that social behavior, to change the social behavior for the society itself or the community itself. Because I know it's the good thing in a government that you earn your salary monthly. You know this in the first week of the month, you will have this salary and then you go for it. But the idea of entrepreneurship should be by promoting the good people in Indonesian people, for example, entrepreneur. Those people, they can go you can host them in a lecture like this. You can host them in the university in person. But then it can give the young people, like your students, they can engage and communicate directly with the person itself. Then the guy, he will say, okay, this guy, after I heard his story, I can do it. Plus the education itself, of course, it can change, but this is honestly needs very time. But the main thing also, This be our friends here in this session. They can use it. Now everybody has account Facebook, right? Everybody has Twitter. Everybody has an Instagram. If you have a product, even all the products, even all the thing, you don't need it at home. Just ironing, wash it properly, ironing, and put it for sale. This is a type of entrepreneur. You will earn money from that. Right or wrong? Can you hear me?
Right.
This is the idea for everybody. If he can promote his thing from his mobile phone. Imagine how it's easy. It is just you have this product, make it presented in a good way by yourself, take a photo, put it. This is a type of entrepreneur. It will add you, okay, go to the work for the government. It's okay, not a problem, but make something to increase your income as well. When you increase your income, that means you are here an entrepreneur. My friend, I'm to honestly, this our challenging now to change the education, what they call it, I don't like to say primary school, because primary it is still primary. They are not, you can give him everything, but starting from the prep school, when they will be in the or the secondary school, then it can change the mind of the student itself, plus in parallel the social activity. You can host these people, entrepreneur, Indonesian entrepreneur, or you can in private TV, for example, they can give them as a successful story. This can be changed, and can make the entrepreneur move from time to time.
And
Advance the idea.
and you will be happy if we invite you again for other webinar series.
Yes, of course, it's not a problem. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, because well, actually, these latest years in Indonesia, there are already many programs from the government or maybe from private sectors about entrepreneurship, but some of them just like a only project, that's it, but not yet become a collective perspective among society. So
It depends,
example,
because if they lead it, if the some people they lead it, for example, in a way of processes or governmental things. That's it. This is need one like you, one like people already with youth, because you can understand the young people more than the other one. He just stuff. He just approve or reject, approve or reject. He trained like this, but you can make it. Even you can make it in other way. So if you consider yourself as a mediator between that organization can help people, or the governmental organization can help people, entrepreneur and the entrepreneur itself. This is means, so you can go for this organization, have them on condition how to can help people to have this grant, for example, for to start it in business. And if someone like me come to you, then you can help me to can have to submit the proposal in a right way to can be rejected. Plus, this is the first part. If he granted this money, for example, to start his business, then it's like technical support. It will be under your supervision, at least to can help the new entrepreneur to can start and them stand as much as he can. By the way, I can give you example. You met that guy in Rakesh. We met him together in Amsterdam. I know Rakesh long time ago, by the way. Rakesh, when he won the World, Youth Global Forum, the Global Youth Forum, the grant, in the beginning, he start as a small, it is not factory, it is small room. He start make this solar panel.
yeah,
You know, you remember, and when he starts something like that, we work it together here and there, and we give him support as much as we can from out, but technical support, and then he became a factory. Now he's a main supplier for the most of the governmental organization in India, and he export as well. But it is starting like this because of technical support of me, and also Jamie. You know Jamie Gani. He make a lot of very strong effort in that project, and he very successful person. But as long as we succeed with one like Rakesh, for example, in India, which is different government, different rules, definitely we can succeed in something like that in Indonesia.
I see. And we need a mentor like you in Indonesia. Yeah. Okay. Thank you
Okay.
very much, Mr. Walid. Okay,
Pleasure.
again, guys, before we close the discussion, anyone want to respond? Anyone? You may raise hand before we close the discussion, guys. No one? Keisha, you want to say something about entrepreneurship in Indonesia? What have you done after joining the event? What kind of impact that you gave to your friends anyway after the event?
Okay, so actually after the event, I'm researching some data that will be really impact for my research. The first one is how to be more feel safe, especially during this time. And I'm working on research. What is the most safe place for a woman for from the age from like 15 until 25, because that time it was a fragile time to discover what is your safe place for women, for everyone on Indonesia. And based on my research that I do for a year after I got home from Amsterdam is zero. Indonesian women don't have 100% a place safe, including their home, their room. They don't have a safe place. So I decided to have move some research again with my friends how to deal with it. And then I want to spread a campaign to have a safe place for women in Indonesia. But eventually, because of the COVID-19, we cannot do that in here. But if there's any another chance that I will continue this research and find a safe place for women in Indonesia. And entrepreneurship is not always about how to becoming rich, to becoming famous, and to becoming more being seen to around the world. But being entrepreneurship is actually being you to fight whatever you want, to whatever you chase, and to believe your dream is really near you. And I believe that what Dr. Waleed speech us for today, presenting us today, teaching us today, is everyone in the Zoom meeting can be, a point from that and then use to our daily life to start a new thing. Like when me and you time, I saw a lot of success people, great people there. There are a bunch of people. There's some from Indonesia actually also won the grand business. And then that's the time that their business are developed, and not only in Indonesia but outside Indonesia. Being entrepreneurship is also, that means you have to learn a new skill, new challenging, and everything else that what goes in our head. And then being entrepreneurship is not only you can do for money, for anything else, but also being entrepreneurship is a thing that you always do something that makes you feel happy and satisfied. And once again, thank you so much, Dr. Waleed, for your presentations and
Pleasure.
anything else.
Pleasure.
I wish you good luck and success
Thank you.
ahead. Stay safe and also stay healthy. Thank you so much.
You
And
too.
also,
Thank you very much.
thank you, Miss
Thank you.
Yayu, for this opportunity. It's really
The
great.
pleasure at any time. Pleasure. Thank you very much for your
Okay.
words.
Okay, you're welcome, Keisha. Okay, don't worry, Keisha. We will invite Mr. Walid again for the
Welcome.
other webinar. Okay, so Mr. Walid, it seems there is no other question again. So can you give a closing statement?
I can't say anything after what all we discussed, especially with Kesa and with you, but I would like to thank you very much for your attendance today. I hope everything is, I got this information, it's clarified the road for all of us. Also, I share with you the Global Youth Report. For this is under the social entrepreneurship according the vision of the 2030 the sustainable development. Think it will be useful. I encourage you to make this regular webinar in the future, you and Keisha and
Yay.
with the others, and we can discuss for development from time to time. I would like to thank you as well for this opportunity. It's my first time with for my Indonesian friends, all the friends and my Indonesian new friends now. So I wish you all the best. Stay safe as well and stay healthy.
Okay, thank you very much. I
Pleasure.
already underline and highlight your statement that there will be other webinar. It means that I can invite you again, and maybe you can
Welcome.
recommend your other friends for other.
Yeah, so we can find, and just we can talk. If I have someone, definitely with pleasure, I can put him in contact with him or her in contact with you.
Okay,
With pleasure.
I take it as your promise, yeah, Mr. Walid.
Yeah, as much as I can. For me, I can by myself, I can grant it, but the others, I just put in contact. But we will see. No worries.
Okay, because
Promise.
because you know, as I said before, that being in contact with you and people is a very difficult thing here in Indonesia, and I believe that when people around me saw the flyer, they will think, how can this girl can know this man? Something like that.
It's a pleasure. It's a look. We are human being. End of the day, and anyone in the United Nations, he served the humanity.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it. I by myself. I told you. My story, for example. I started young, like you, from the university time. I built like this, and I started as young global leader, and then United Nations youth representative in Middle East, in Egypt, and then I go. But this is I promise myself. Whenever I reach, number one for me is the youth. By the way, I've been like you before, but this is all the time. In 1997, I'm not that old as well. When I was in the university, for example, I kept to invite people, and you know what will happen to can here and there. Some people they said will come and they didn't come.
oh, I see.
During my time is disaster. Because the time there is no Zoom, there is nothing. Even the mobile phone was mobile, just mobile phones. It is not even that type of phone. 19, I'm talking about that story. Since that time, I promised myself the priority for me is for young people, and anything I can accept it for young people, because I believe we have as much experience as I have to transfer it to you. As much as updating I have to transfer it to you, and then from
Yeah,
your society, your way of thinking, then you can develop and you can update my experience for the serving more server for the humanity.
yeah,
If we are human brothers and sisters all over the world, then we have to serve like this, regardless if I am in the United Nations or I am in UK or I am in Egypt or I am anywhere in the world. The most important thing, the human sense inside us. And really great pleasure. Yani, for me, you touch my heart by this word, but believe me, and most of the time we face difficulties
yeah.
in our life. But the idea how to challenge those difficulties as much as we can.
Okay, so
And
touch.
we are in the United Nations. They are not people comes from the paradise or from the sky. We are human like you.
Okay. So touchful
Thank you.
story. So it
Pleasure.
means that it means that if I want to be a part of you, and it means I have to contact you more intensive than before.
Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, so guys, this is the last part. So before we close the discussion, I just try to summarize that being entrepreneur, whether it is young or old, it's very important, because well, actually it is not only about the money, but in Indonesia, Mr. Walid, the problem is that the number of uh, students or the number of graduate are more than the vacancies. Okay, and that's a problem, right?
But
So
the
that's
idea,
why.
when I mentioned the money, I didn't mention the word of money itself. When I mentioned the word of money, I didn't mean that you have to make it to earn just money. Of course, the Acacia said, as you said as well, it is a social, because even we call it social entrepreneurship. This is, yes, we have a vacancy and we have shortage of vacancy and we have a lot very qualified people. I can't wait for the government to hire me. Then I have to start. The day yesterday is yesterday. I can't return it back. But how to can believe this is the most important thing. This is can comes with one like me, one like you, one like Cassia, promote the entrepreneurship and give the acceleration to the positivity for the guy or the lady to can start their own life. That's it. But I didn't mention that only money. No, of course,
Yep,
money it is nothing. Money
yep.
can buy, but they can't grant the thing, because money can come and go. But your idea will stay, your project will stay, and you can develop it. That's it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we underline that and we
Yeah.
highlight that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Because in Indonesia, Mr. Walid, there's still many people who think that if you want to be an entrepreneur, they just want to find money. That's it. So yeah, so that's why I speak about it, that I'm afraid that because participants here are still very young, I'm afraid that they only think that being entrepreneurs is only about getting money independently, but actually they do not understand yet what is a big problem after they graduate from the university, right? They before they graduate, they think that after they graduate, they will get jobs outside, even they stay in the capital city. Right? Example, right now, I moved from village to the capital city in Jakarta, but yeah, the dream is not as beautiful as the expectation, right? So that's why we have to be an entrepreneur, yeah, because yeah, we have to survive. We have to survive, and we can make vacancies for other. And in that part, we can bring great advantage for our environment. Is it right, Mr. Riley?
Yes, right, of course, because the idea it is not about the location as much as about you. As entrepreneur, you are the one who make a change. Last word, I said it, you can make the change because I believe it. You can make a change in Jakarta or in the main city or
Bali?
in the village, Bali or wherever. You are the one who make the change everywhere. You will be there. I do agree, fully agree with you.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Walid, again, thank you very much for your
Pleasure,
time
pleasure,
here.
pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you very much.
Again, sorry to disturb your early morning, your peaceful
No
morning
worries. No
there.
worries. No
Okay,
worries.
guys, before closing the discussion, can you say thank you very much to Mr. Walid? Open your mic and say thank you, please.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Walid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before that, can we take a picture, please, guys?
Pleasure.
Let's
Pleasure.
take a picture. Open your camera, please. Everybody, get up, wake up from your bed.
Camera without iPhone, I think is best, right? Second.
Camera. Open your camera. Wirda, can you help me?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, silakan.
1, 2, 3. Okay, next slide. 1, 2, 3. Next. 1, 2, 3. Less. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Miss, enough.
Okay, so Mr. Walid, thank you very much for your time. Just wait for my next consultation session and invitation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walid.
Thank
Have a nice
pleasure.
day there, guys.
Same
Say
to you.
goodbye
Have a
to
good
Mr.
night. Bye bye.
Walid.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bye,
Walid.
Mr. Walid. Bye, Mr. Walid.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
To you.
Have a
Thank you.
nice day. Stay healthy, Mr. Walid.
You too.
Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
Walid. Have a nice
Thank you.
day.
Pleasure.
Sehat terus, Pak.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walid. Have a nice
Thank
day
you.
there.
Same to you. Thank you. Have a nice day, everybody. And thank you for this nice opportunity. Thank you. See you again.
You're welcome. See you
Bye bye.
soon.
See you.
Okay. Okay, guys,
Pleasure.
thank you very much for your participation. Thank you. So have a nice day for all participants. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye, guys.
Thank you, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For the team. Mr. Walid, you make the Zoom if you have other activity.
Again?
You may leave the Zoom if you have activity.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much. See you. Have a
Thank
good day.
you,
Enjoy the
Mr.
rest of the day.
Walid.
Bye bye. Bye. Pleasure. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Terima kasih.